Hi everybody, I'm Desiree. Welcome, some of you that know me, maybe some of you that are new to me and Desiree. And just wanted to let you know that we're going to get started very soon, but I just wanted to start the call a little bit soon so that there's time for people to check in and to join us as they're ready. So I'm going to leave this running and then I'm going to come back and we'll get started just, like 1 minute after 3 o'clock. Okay. Hi everybody, I'm Desiree and we're about to get started with our Making a Difference in the World webinar. Super excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much for joining us to create this wonderful energetic space to do some clearing together and some discussing together on what it means to be an artist and to embrace our artistic gifts and then have the confidence to share them with the world. And this coming Sunday, we are going to have an in-person workshop at Moberly Arts and Cultural Centre in Vancouver, and that will be happening from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. And you can sign up on our website, which is desidance.com. And I really encourage any artist to come because I'm working from the lens of a dancer. I'm promoting it more to dancers, age 18 and up. And we'll be working on some actionable skills on this Sunday to start to create biographies and writing skills, as well as actual resumes and a bio that you can use later on. So I also suggest if you're coming to the workshop to bring your computer, any information you have about your past performances, things that you would like to update your resume with. And if you don't have any of that, totally fine. You can start right from the beginning. Even if you have a few old programs, if you've performed in any shows before, then you can even bring those so you have all the correct information. And if you don't have that, you can always do it when you get home again. You're going to get a lot of great skills. And you'll be able to work with the other dancers who maybe even have more experience or less experience, and we'll be helping each other out. I'll bring in some of my own materials from my career, like my CV, and hopefully that will help to see an example of that as well. So we're going to get started very quickly here. Hopefully everyone has been able to join in. Just going to check a couple things here so you can make yourself comfortable. And if you need to grab a drink of water or have a pen and paper, if you want to take any notes, we'll be doing a little bit of talking, but we'll also be doing some meditation together, and I'll just be asking you to breathe and just to tune in more to your inner world and to work with the energies that are coming in. I'll tell you just a little bit about myself. So again, my name's Desirée Dunbar, and I'm the artistic director of Desirée. And Desirée is a Vancouver contemporary dance company, and we do different shows and workshops. We have a show coming up in November that we're super excited about, and that show is with Catalyst Dance Program, which is sort of one arm of Desirée. So through Desirée, we also offer mentorship to dancers age 18 and up who are looking for a bridge to gracefully bridge from their training into the professional realm. And in Catalyst Dance, we do things like meditation, like you'll be experiencing today. So we're really working on mindfulness alongside all the usual training, getting ready for performances. So our upcoming performance is November 20th and 21st, and all the information for that will be on the desidance.com website. We hope you'll join us for that. It's going to be really a lot of fun. Our lighting designer, James Kokol, is making some amazing lights, and there's 6 gorgeous dancers. We'll be posting lots of photos. We just did a wonderful photo shoot this weekend with Brenda Kent, who's a fabulous poet and filmmaker and photographer. And she took the photos for us, and we did more of a kind of urban shoot. So I think those photos are quite fun. I think you'll enjoy seeing them up on our Facebook site. So you can check that out with Catalyst Dance or Desirée. And so what else can I tell you? So if you don't know me, I have the pleasure of working with a wonderful company, and I really encourage you to look them up. It's Dancers Dancing, who is directed, sorry, just gonna check. I think a couple people are checking in with me. Directed by Judith Gary. And Judith was a dancer with Martha Graham Company in New York for many years, and a fabulous dancer herself. She's like the Wayne Gretzky of dance, at least in my books. Really amazing mentor and teacher. Danced with her company for many years, had lots of opportunities to work with various choreographers in our company because it was a repertory company, which means lots of choreographers coming in, creating different pieces, and then our shows would be a mixed repertory performance. So in that experience, I learned a lot about different creative process styles and gained a lot of tools myself as a choreographer to create dances with. And I'm super grateful for that. It's so amazing. From there, I went on to do my Master's of Fine Arts at the University of Arizona, where I had wonderful teachers and wonderful students, and really started to work more as a choreographer. For me, again, it was that shift or that bridge from being a dancer and performer to being in more of a director role, which I'm in now. And that really did help me to find that transition for myself. And it was just so fun just to go back to school and to focus in on that. So that's a little bit about me. I think that's enough about me. If you do have any questions along the way, feel free just to maybe type them in. We can do a little chat and maybe I can try to answer some of those for you. So right now what I'd like to do is to just do a little breathing exercise together. So we're going to start to get into a mental state that's a little more relaxed and maybe even opening to new learning coming in. So getting comfortable, sitting nice and tall in your chair, wherever you are. And we're going to just do a few long, deep breaths together. You can close your eyes if you like, or you can keep them open. Noticing the breath to begin with. And just a nice long inhale and a long exhale. So just noticing, just bringing in awareness to start. With every inhale, you're bringing in inspiration, newness, rejuvenating quality. With each exhale, just letting go the perfect amount for you, letting all the stale air move out. Really feeling your feet, if they're touching the floor, there's a grounded quality as well. Long, tall spine. And if you notice your mind is very busy, that's okay. Just noticing. And to be mindful is to allow for all that chatter or that monkey mind, we could say, the busyness of the mind, that we notice it, we're aware of it, but we're not drawing into any of the stories or the drama or creating judgments around it. So can we just be neutral as though we're stepping outside of ourselves? Doing great. So let's just take a few deep breaths together. So again, we're creating a group energy space. And even if you're listening to the recording of this later, which I hope you will do, at least to the meditation part, because you'll do more clearing and receive more benefits from doing that, you can still just imagine that the energies are happening, that there's healing and clearing coming in, and it will. So let's breathe together. Breathing in. And breathing out. And I'm going to count. We'll breathe in for 3, breathing in 1, 2, 3, and exhale. 2, 3, and a 1. Very good. 2, 3, and exhale. Nice and easy. 3, and breathing in. 2, 3, and letting go. 2, 3, and in. 2, 3, and just breathing. 2, 3, and just slow it down. 2, 3, long and slow. 2, 3, and just one more. 2, 3, and exhale. 2, 3. Now with your eyes closed, take a movement and move into the center of your head. So just bring the awareness behind the bridge of your nose, back towards the center of the head. And then take a couple more breaths there. Really opening the intuitive part of ourselves, the imagination, bringing a playful quality. Really, the more playful we are with this process, the more energies and the more new information will come in. Excellent, good. And opening your eyes, really good. And just give yourself a little pat. So just coming back to your body now. Very good. So just notice your state of mind now compared to before. So we've slowed the mind down, maybe cleared a bit of resistance and busyness of those thoughts, moving more into like a alpha state of the mind. Nice. So now let's talk about some of the blocks that can come up when we think about really embracing our artistic gifts. If we say to ourselves, I am an artist. I'm a prolific artist, and I'm confidently stepping out into the world and sharing my gifts. I think that's going to light up quite a few blocks in some of us. I know it does for me, even after dancing for so long and being an artist really my whole life. I still have blocks that come up. One thing throughout my career, one thing that has come up is just more from the outside world. So the programming, the beliefs, the information that's coming from the world around me and the way that I interact with people. So one thing that I've noticed is when I tell people I'm a dancer, living here, especially in Vancouver and Canada, is sort of like a question mark for them. Like, really? You can do that? You can make a living doing that? Isn't that just a hobby? And for me, that has been challenging in the past because I've dedicated my heart and soul. It's my passion. I spend hours every day doing it. And to realize that other people maybe don't even have any idea, let alone appreciate it, can be challenging. So that could present itself as a block. And the thing with that too, I think what I've learned from that over the years is that there's always going to be sort of a group or thought forms or programming, like if you could imagine, like that's a party of people over there that believe that, which is fine, and they can have those beliefs. I can even respect that. But then there's also this wonderful kind of party over here where people really profoundly appreciate the arts and all the contributions that artists make in the world, including bringing beauty and aesthetic and meaning and entertainment, all those things. And so for me, I've decided to choose to be part of that party. So even though that other one's there and it can exist, and I think we can coexist, for me, I'm really involving myself in that party. And that can just mean energetically, or it can also mean surrounding yourself with those types of people too. So that's second kind of block that can happen. So you might have similar blocks, or you might notice different ones coming up, and that's great too. So we're also setting the intention as we're talking today that we're going to invite energies to come in that will help us to work with those blocks and to clear them. That in fact, by bringing them up and allowing that to bubble up in our unconscious, that we can start to shift those and maybe move into a new experience. So we're just doing the perfect amount for us today. And that this is an intuitive process where even though we're talking and we're really appeasing the conscious mind, there's a lot of intuitive work happening and clearing at the same time. I'll talk more about that again later. The second part about the blocks, in my personal experience, is the more of the inside job. So we talked about the experience of other people's opinions, but then what's actually coming from me, from my spirit, from my soul, from my inner landscape, my unconscious. What is the experience of that? What are the blocks around, again, embracing my gifts and then actually sharing them with the world and being okay with that? So maybe you've had the experience of getting ready for an audition, and I think the things that come up, I actually was just talking to a friend about this, is the fear of failure, obviously. That's a very obvious one. Also just self-doubt, am I good enough? I don't know how I'm going to compare to other people. Maybe there's a fear of ridicule, like someone will point it out that you're not good enough. All those things. And then with those are really strong emotional tones and qualities as well. So it could be a feeling of shame, that you're not going to be as perfect as you want it to be, or a feeling of guilt, like, ooh, if I don't succeed, so-and-so is not going to like me anymore. Or maybe a feeling even of jealousy, like, how come they get all the jobs and I don't get any? Or there can also be a feeling maybe of jealousy. So, or sorry, not jealousy, but that I'm too awesome. So maybe you feel like if you actually show how great you are in a humble way, that others would feel bad about themselves. So those are all natural human responses and human feelings, just part of the human condition, and we can really acknowledge that and have compassion to that, and see that they are blocks, and start to shift those blocks. So we move more into an experience of feeling confident that, one, it's okay to be awesome. I'm amazing. I trained so many hours to do this. I should be amazing. And it's okay to share it with the world too. That, in fact, the world needs you to do this. Yeah, so we're bringing out lots of blocks here. So I feel, let's do a process now. I think now is a really good time to do this. And by process, I mean meditation. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing in some energies. And what does that mean? So that might be really sort of new to you, which is great. And even if you feel skeptical, that's great too. I just suggest that you pretend that it's happening. And then just notice after how you feel. Your body will tell you, and your intuitive part of yourself, your gut feeling will tell you if it's right for you. The way that I started with this energy work was through mindfulness practice, through yoga to start. I started to explore healing modalities because I knew that as a dancer, I wanted to keep dancing my entire life to the best of my ability. So to cultivate longevity, I started to explore movement modalities, especially, that weren't just dance, ones that were more balancing and healing and not so much artistic in nature. So yoga was the first one. And what I found from doing the yoga was just a really nice new connection to myself that I'd never felt before. With dance, it's so much about putting yourself out there on stage, getting the feedback from an audience, the visual aesthetic of your body. But the thing with yoga is that it's really, I mean, you can close your eyes the whole time, no one really cares if you make the perfect shape or not. So it's really about the experience and the sensation, and then moving into a state of flow. So that was so nice for me. So I studied quite a bit of yoga. And then from there, I explored that process of energy more, bringing in energies to heal by studying Reiki with my friend Desirée, which is so wonderful, and was able to learn how to heal myself. So at the end of the day, I could do energy work and get up the next day and feel great to do another 6 or 8 hours of dancing or whatever it was I was doing that day. So it was a way to press a reset button for myself. And I was also able to do it for other people too, which was really fun. So I could do it for my friends, my family, and my cat. Really nice. And then from there, when I was in Tucson, I sort of went into another level of it, which was really fun for me. Met a fantastic healer, Jeff Tambor, who's in Tucson. And he really helped to open up my intuitive abilities. So we did a lot of work called Energetic NLP, which is created by Art Geyser, who's a wonderful man, and who's done a workshop for us with Desirée on opening to deep self-love. Wonderful workshop. I hope that you'll look him up. And so we did a lot of, he actually ended up teaching me a lot of really amazing skills, and we still work together today. And I'm going to share some of that with you today because I do feel it's so beneficial for dancers to have tools and skill sets that they can use outside the dance studio to really enhance their health, their vitality, their connection to their body, all those good things. So that's my little intro speech. Okay, let's do a fun another little meditation together. And I'm going to be giving you some guidelines. And you might see them like visualizations. You might just kind of feel it in your body like it's happening. Or you might not feel anything. And just to let you know that that's totally fine. If you don't feel anything except for maybe relaxed by the end, then that's beneficial. And that the shifts can happen even when you don't feel them. That maybe a couple days down the road you might notice some kind of change within yourself. So let's just open to that possibility. So go ahead and get comfortable. And you can close your eyes. Let's see if you can go back to the center of your head. So going again back behind the bridge of your nose towards the very center of the head. And taking a few long, deep breaths. And we're going to set the intention that we're putting our inner wisdom and spirit in charge here. So we're letting go of the rational thinking mind, the logical part of ourselves, and we're moving into a more watery, beautiful, flowing state. And if you notice resistance coming up, like a lot of thinking or like wondering if you're doing it right, totally fine and normal. In those moments, I just suggest that you breathe. Take a really deep breath. If you're breathing a lot, it's almost impossible to have thoughts. So the thoughts will just dissipate with the breathing. So let's take a breath together now. Long inhale. And exhale. And let's imagine we're all, even if you're doing the recording, in a beautiful gold bubble together. And it's this energetic space for us to do this work today. Clearing blocks to really embracing our artistic gifts and then sharing them with the world confidently and living a life with profound satisfaction. Profound satisfaction. Imagine we could shake up the gold bubble as though it was a snow globe and let beautiful gold flakes just start to gently flow and float through the bubble. And then bring in some amethyst colors like beautiful lavenders and dark purples and light purples. Real neutral kind of energy. And then just imagine you could bring in like one dab of white light into our bubble, and that white light is like a shooting star, and it starts to gracefully dance around our space, just charging it up, making it really unique to our webinar today. Go ahead and take another deep breath. Good, and then we're going to bring up earth energy. So even though we can't see it, just like we can't see gravity, earth energy exists. And earth energy has the quality of deep, unconditional love, like motherly love, the way that the earth is a mother in every culture. Or it also has that quality of being in a beautiful place in nature. So you could just imagine you're in your favorite place in nature, a beautiful lake, or in a park, in a forest, and then bring that quality, that earth energy, up the soles of your feet. And again, you might really see it like light, or some beautiful images coming in. You might just breathe and pretend. Bring the earth energy all the way up your legs, around your pelvis, and then all the way back down your legs, out the soles of the feet, and back into the ears again. It's a really renewing and rejuvenating effect. So again, let's go over that again. Bring in the earth energy, like deep, unconditional love, coming up the legs. Keep breathing. If you feel resistance, it's okay. All the way around the pelvis and down and out. And if we're working with unconditional love, some things might be coming up like, I don't deserve, and that's okay. Just again, we're bringing in a compassionate, allowing quality, mindfulness practice that whatever comes up, just allowing. Good. And just seeing that like a beautiful river just coming all the way up to the pelvis and then back down again, circular action. Clearing and renewing. And then from high above, we're going to bring in universal energy. Universal energy. Very soothingly down to the crown of your head. And then just get like liquid, golden, warm honey or sunshine coming into the body. In through the head, and then it comes down the arms, down the spine, is a new loop, a universal loop. We're working to revitalize our system. And again, the more playful we are, the more results that we can get. So if you notice yourself getting really serious, then maybe just tell yourself a joke. Okay, so again, universal energy coming in the top of your head, just gently flowing down the arms, down your body, clearing, healing as it goes. Under the pelvis, back up the front of the body, all the way up and out top of the head. Doing great. Take a deep breath. And see if we can notice both of those continuous flowing loops happening. So just noticing the earth loop coming up from the earth, and then universal energy coming from above, rejuvenating your whole system. In the same way that acupressure and acupuncture works with the meridians in the body, the energy is coming in and really opening up the meridians, clearing, healing, creating spaciousness. Excellent. And let's take another nice deep breath. Long inhale. Long exhale. Doing really great. And just go ahead and stamp your feet. Do a little dance. Just waking up your body, your arms, shoulders. Maybe yawn. Maybe stand up and stretch. Maybe put your head over. Come back up again. Take a sip of water. Excellent. Good. So what we're doing here is we're just starting to do a little bit of clearing blocks, and these are energetic blocks. So energy carries information. So we're helping to just shift the energetic blocks that are in our system. Excellent. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about intellect versus intuition. And this is so important, I think, as we're stepping out into the world with our art, because a lot of the programming in our Western world is around really rejoicing in intellect. Yeah, so we go to school, we learn, we go to university, we learn, we read books, we learn, and we're encouraged to be very productive, to be very busy, and to make a lot of money, and to drive a car, and to own a house, and that's sort of the world we live in. And I think that intuition and creativity and art can be sort of placed in a very small compartment within that world. But I suggest that really intuition as an artist and as a human is highly, highly important. And there's even this beautiful Einstein quote that I love, and essentially he's saying that intuition is our sacred gift as humans, our sacred gift. And then rational logic is like the servant to that gift. So yes, we need both, but the seed of things begins in the intuition, and then the rational mind can help to take actionable steps from there. So to me, intuition is the most important thing, at least in the beginning as I'm creating. So I suggest that as an artist, as a dancer, that we find ways to enhance our intuition so that the creativity just bubbles up so easily, so that we're in the studio and ideas start to flow. If you're a choreographer or if you're building a business in a studio, that your concepts come very clearly, your branding, all that kind of thing. So yeah, so I'm just going to talk a little bit how I developed my intuition, because I've been working a lot on this in the last few years. I've had a lot of help with it. I'm so grateful to my teachers, Jeff and Art and Murray and Rose and many other ones, people that have helped me with this. And I really sought it out. I read books and learn, and I really have found it very beneficial. So one of the ways that I've done this is through the energetic NLP, learning these kinds of meditations. And I find that if I go into the studio and I do meditate, I do an energetic NLP process, then I'm much more prepared to make a dance. That my mind somehow has expanded as much as it can that day, and new ideas are coming in. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so we're also inviting energies to come in right now to clear about that. The next thing I just want to talk about, then we're going to do another energetic process, is the value that artists add to the world, and then also the personal benefits that we receive as being an artist. So we're just sort of having like a little nice conversation with our conscious mind right now and our unconscious mind to let it know why we are doing this, so that we're starting to move beyond those blocks that might be holding us back. Yeah. So as dancers, we know the obvious ones. It can bring a lot of health and vitality. We're using our body. We're learning how to take care of our bodies through all different kinds of modalities that we hear about when we're at dance. Dancing is our passion, so we're very engaged from a heart-centered place. It can bring a lot of profound satisfaction, that amazing feeling when you get off stage and you've just had a great performance. There's really nothing that can replace that deep, profound satisfaction. And we're so lucky, so fortunate and privileged to have that experience. Yeah. And then the thing about artists that I love is that we are ambassadors to the world, to move into our potentiality. As dancers, we develop our bodies, sophisticated bodies, the body-mind connection, a deep connection between the two. We're very different than just everyday people. We're kind of nerds that way. We just love how the body moves, the mechanics of it. And we're also artists. We love expressing ourselves passionately. We love music. We love community. We love dancing with other people. And that's inspiring to people. And we forget, because that's just what we do. And people around us, that's what they're doing too. So it just kind of seems normal. But I can let you know that not everybody does that. And lots of people have jobs, as we know, that are to pay the bills. And they might really like their job, but they might not have the same passion that we have. So we become, again, ambassadors in the same way that Olympic athletes are. They're like these amazing human beings that have practiced so much to accomplish winning a gold medal. Maybe we don't win gold medals, but we're working in that same kind of way. And when our audience sees us on stage, they're getting that. They're getting the dedication and the passion and the commitment that's there. This is huge. This is hugely beneficial to the world. The other part of that, I'm just going to talk a little bit longer, then we're going to do a clearing, which will be really fun. The other part of that is that if you've ever been to a dance show and you found that sort of emotions are coming up in you as you're watching the dancers, and then you go away and you feel this huge release. The music and the dance and the lights and just the energy, the synergy of it all, the audience and the dancers and the reciprocation of energy between the two. It can be very cathartic. And another way to say cathartic is very clearing, like these maybe old emotions or energies locked in the body or the mind can be released. And there's a shift that can happen and transformation. So it's even transformational for the audience, not only ourselves on the inside, but it's like we, as we're dancing, are feeling for the audience members. Feeling for the audience members. That's very powerful. So I would say that in that sense, dancers are healers, that we are healing the world. So it's a huge ripple effect. So as that cathartic experience happens for the audience, they're shifting and changing for the better. And that will have a ripple effect with all the people in their inner circle, their friends and their family. We'll notice the differences, maybe even inspire them to shift and change, move to a higher level of consciousness. So as dancers are doing this, they're also raising the level of consciousness for the planet. So that's kind of crazy if you go to that way. It's kind of a big obligation and a privilege. So again, coming back to that quality of what we do is a privilege and an honor, and not to take it for granted. Okay, very good, everybody. So let's do a little energetic process now around this. So I've been purposely talking to you about the blocks and then also the benefits. So we've got our mind really connected to this idea that it's a good idea to be an artist, and it's a good idea to share your gifts if you got them. It really is a shame not to share those gifts. And at the end of your life, hopefully you can look back and again feel very satisfied with what you've done with your gifts. So take a nice comfortable seat and take a few deep breaths again. You can even come back to that earth loop, universal loop, that felt good to you. And we're going to give full permission for our inner wisdom to be in charge, the intuitive part of ourselves, like an inner compass inside of ourselves that will always guide us on our path, moving more into our passion and our purpose. So our inner wisdom is fully in charge here. And also our spirit. And our spirit is like a proud parent that always knows the best for us, even if it means bringing in some obstacles because there's some learning that needs to come in. But let's bring the two of those together. So inner wisdom, the real human part of ourselves, and spirit, a higher frequency. Giving them permission to guide us in this next process. And just breathing, just having fun with it, just noticing what you notice. There's no right or wrong. Move to the center of your head again, going behind the bridge of the nose. And now bring out a magnet, like a kind of magical industrial magnet that's coming in front of your body, and start to scan the front of your body with this magnet. And the magnet has the ability to pull out any programming, information, beliefs that doesn't serve you around stepping into your role as an artist and making a difference in the world. And you don't have to know exactly what that is. Just see it in your mind's eye, like the magnet's really there. It's just pulling out this debris. You can even thank that energy for being there. Thank you, thank you. But in order to be present and connected to our passion and purpose, we're going to free ourselves from that energy that doesn't serve us. Bring in another magnet behind your body now and start to scan the back of your head and neck and shoulders. Breathing a lot. Go all the way down your spine, soothingly, playfully. Put your playful inner 5-year-old in charge. Really using your imagination. And then all the way down the backs of the legs, down to the feet, and even under the feet. So you could just gently do the soles of your feet. Drawing any energy out, doesn't serve you. And then word that goes from the magnets all the way down, deep down to the center of the earth. And then, like it's a vacuum cleaner cord, just see all the debris, all those particles of energy just floating down, sliding down. When they get to the center of the earth, they can easily dissolve. And there might be quite a bit of old energy there. Other people's beliefs or institutions, teachers, ancestors, family members. And it's not good or bad, we're just inviting it to clear so that our own purpose becomes even more clear. Excellent. And now coming back to the head, come to the energy center of the head. The energy center of the head. And imagine you have a small gold ball with little brushes on the outside, like electric toothbrush brushes. And it's like a little dust buster. So go ahead and bring this kind of dust buster inside the head and just let it move and shift around the inside of the head, drawing out any energy that doesn't serve you. So we're clearing blocks to stepping confidently into our role as an artist. And just let the gold ball just sort of energy, and it goes to the inside. And then from there, create another long cord that goes to the heart of the earth, and see all that debris just moving down to the center of the earth to be dissolved or healed or transformed. And then imagine rainbow light could emanate out of this magical little dust buster. And any color that wants to go into the inside of your head starts to move inside the head, bringing healing and further expansion. Maybe like a vibrant orange or pink, or maybe there's more than one color. And just having fun with it, just noticing. And again, if you don't see images, it's okay. Just breathing, even pretending like you're watching a movie, that you could put it up in front of you. And then while you're in that energy center of your head, just affirm to yourself, I am capable. I am capable. I am capable of learning anything I need to know along my path in order to be successful. I am capable. And then just really breathe that in. Allowing, bringing compassion for yourself and ease. And moving into the energy center of the throat now. The energy center of the throat. Imagine you could dial open the energy center, just the perfect amount, like the aperture of a camera lens, that it starts to open, allowing more energy to flow through, more of your own essential energy to fill up that space, allowing for clear communication, really putting your ideas and your creative expression out in the world in a very clear way, meaningful way for you. Ease and feel supported in that. And to be willing to make mistakes. Be willing to make a lot of mistakes. There's so much learning that can come in. But to invite grace and ease and support. Take a nice deep breath. Excellent. And moving into the heart energy center now, the heart. Now let's bring in another magnet and just very gently, just around the outside of the heart energy center, starting to just playfully imagine that magnet could go around your heart and just clear up if there's any old barriers or fences or energies that don't serve you. You might see it like images, like maybe like mud that needs to be removed, or color or texture. See that going to the magnet. And then send all of that down to the center of the earth to be dissolved. And as you do that, your heart energy center is filling with your authentic energy, only energy that truly belongs to you. And in that energy is the programming that inspires you to create, So allow your heart to fill up with creative inspiration that's authentic to you. And really breathing that in. coming down to the pelvis, in your mind's eye, or maybe you're pretending like it's out in front of you like a movie screen, so you see an image of yourself. Either one is great. We're going between the two. And then dial open that energy center, again, like the aperture of a camera. Just opening the perfect amount for you. Putting your inner wisdom and spirit in charge. Just breathing and allowing. And we're inviting any blocks to clear in this energy center that are holding us back from feeling safe to express ourselves. So clearing blocks that are holding us back from feeling safe. And affirm to yourself that it is safe to express myself creatively in the world. It is safe to express myself creatively in the world. And in fact, the world needs me to do this. And you can just state it like it's a fact. Even if you don't quite believe it, it's okay. Imagine there's a gold ball above your head now, about 9 feet above your head, a few meters. And any of your energy that's scattered out into the world. So throughout our day, we interact with other people, with organizations, institutions, and sometimes some of our energy gets left behind. It's just a natural human thing that happens. So let's try bring it back to ourselves now. So see your gold ball. Notice how big it is or how small. And then imagine it's like a magnet. You can just invite your energy to start to fill up that gold ball. Like a swimming pool filling up with your powerful energy. And then swirl in some beautiful gold light, like gold sparkles. And that's going to further distill it. So it's really, truly your information, your energy, unique to you. And then imagine you press the spin cycle, like in a washing machine, and anybody's energy that's in there that doesn't belong is out, and it's dissolved into the earth. And then what's left is like this perfect, distilled version of your energy. And then see it starting to stream down to the top of your head. Comes inside the head energy center. And very soothingly starts to fill in spaces that we created. With the magnet and the gold ball with the brushes. Cleared and made space, and now your energy is filling up that space. And with it is coming healing, to heal any part of you that needs it, especially around embracing your gifts as an artist, as a dancer, and feeling comfortable and confident, and even called to share those gifts. And let all your energy fill up your whole body now, your whole body. Doing great. Keeping it playful, breathing easy. Feel it filling up the bowl of your pelvis. And then like two beautiful rivers going down the legs, swirling around the knees, the ankles, and all the way to the toes. Excellent. And now grounding. And in dance, we talk about grounding a lot. And a nice image for this to access the energy very quickly is to imagine you have a cylinder that's a few feet wide, like a straw that's coming up to the pelvis, and you can draw out that beautiful earth energy. It's that unconditional love that we talked about before. And then this time, just let all that energy come in very calming, grounding. And let it move into every cell of your body now. Every cell of your body. Grounding your essential energy, your spiritual information, any information around what your path is, your destiny is. That's being very grounded now. Grounded in reality. And breathe a lot. We don't have to know what that is, and in fact, we're not trying to consciously figure any of this out. We're working with the intuitive part of ourselves, giving your inner wisdom and spirit full permission to guide you now. And now in front of you, create an imaginary symbol to represent one of your artistic goals. So maybe it's a new dance you're making, or maybe it's an audition you're about to take. Maybe it's a class that you're going to take that you really feel like you want to have a great class. Whatever it is for you, just create a symbol and just put it up in front of you, your imagination. It could be like a star, or it could be just a rock, works really good. Create a cord that goes from your symbol to the earth. And just drain out anything that doesn't belong to you that's in that symbol. So other people's opinions, beliefs, energy, programming. You don't have to know who it is. You might have an image, but all that information just drains out. You can even thank it. Thank you, thank you. And then bring up earth energy into the bottom of your symbol. Earth energy. Maybe it's like pink light, or just a feeling, or maybe you hear something. Let it swirl in. And then universal energy from above comes into your symbol and mixes in with that beautiful female earth energy. And they're both working together very harmoniously to charge the energy of your symbol. Also bring in your authentic wisdom, your inner wisdom and spirit. So all three energies are just working together like they're doing this beautiful dance inside the symbol. Like the northern lights dancing. Charging it up. Now create a duplicate image of your symbol. So now you have two. You have the original and you have a duplicate. Bring the duplicate inside your body, very playfully, just pretending. And it comes inside your body, and it starts to just move through your whole body, weaving into your body, connecting to all the cells, becoming part of you, as though it already exists. And just breathe that in. You can imagine that each time your heart beats, it pulses that symbol and the energy of the symbol through your whole body. Whole body. And then see the original symbol. And I want you to weave your original symbol into the fabric of reality. Whatever that means to you. You might see an image like it just starts to spread out across the whole planet. Anything your imagination wants to come up with. Take a deep breath. Excellent. Okay, we're going to come back to our bodies. So we're working with the imagination a lot there and the intuition. So come on back and then just give your body a pat, do any little stretches, have a little sip of water. So we're just allowing that to process a little bit. And we're going to finish up very soon, but we have one more really important step to do with this kind of energy healing that we've been doing and clearing blocks to really embracing our gifts as artists. First of all, I just want to remind you that the workshop is on Sunday. If you can come in person, we'd love to have you. And all the information is on the Desirée And a reminder to bring your computer and any resume materials that you might already have. And if you don't have any, totally fine. We can start from scratch. That's no problem. And on the Sunday, we'll be doing more energy work, and we'll be doing a little bit of movement as well, so that we're moving things through the body. And then we're also going to be doing some more hands-on and actionable skills around creating writing that will best represent ourselves as we start to maybe look for jobs or do auditions, whatever phase of your career you're at. So it's really made for dancers aged 18 and up who are looking to get into their professional realm. So I really hope to see you there. And our performance is November 20th and 21st with Catalyst Dance. Again, that'll be up on the website. And we have classes. We have a wonderful class at Trout Lake for adults and another one for children. So you can look on the website or their website to register. The adult one is drop-in Saturday mornings for a fun dance fitness class. And if you have any questions about this type of work, this energetic NLP and meditation, mindfulness practice to assist us to get connected on the inside so that we feel more satisfaction in life, happier, more content, more synchronicities, I'm very happy to talk with you more. Feel free to email me or to even comment on the video. And I encourage you to maybe go through the meditations again, especially this last one we did, going through the different energy centers of the body, because we never tried to do it all at once. It's like going to the doctor that you wouldn't expect to get a medicine that would instantly heal you. So here we're just doing the perfect amount for our inner wisdom and spirit today. So if you do it again tomorrow or maybe next week, you'll have the opportunity to shift just another layer and start to notice how you feel. Start to notice if you feel just a little bit more confident in maybe sharing your work with others or posting things online. I know that can bring up a lot of things when you go to post something about yourself that's very close to your heart. We'll be talking more about that on Sunday. Yeah, and if you're interested in Catalyst Dance, we'll have a new term starting in January. We'll be auditioning for the new dancers to come in. Some of the other ones will stay as well, which will be wonderful. And we'll make a new show that will be happening in March, and also one with New Works, who's presenting us, which will be May 15th. So tons of exciting things coming up. So can't wait to see some of you in the audience and classes and Catalyst. Thank you so much for joining me today. And again, if you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer them for you. And again, our website is desidance.com. Okay, we're going to finish up there today. I hope that you all feel great and have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later, everybody.